Hey, what's good, y'all? This is your host, Chris, back with episode 6 of the Finally Famous podcast. I have a very special guest. If you supported the platform, you already know who this man is. Red's View. We got JayR3ds in the building. What's good?
What is happening, good people? Shout out
Yo,
to all the redheads and shout out to Chris because if y'all remember, Chris was one of the first guests that was on the show when I made it like a two-person show, multiple people, like a panel discussion.
word.
So good to see you grow, brother, and I'm glad to be here.
Appreciate it. But I know we're kind of talking off camera about like the Reds View. So just kind of tell the people what's Red View, where it came from, and what exactly your show is about.
So my show, Red's View, is a hip hop based show that serves as a discussion platform to talk about all things hip hop and music, movies, culture in general. Me and DJ PM, shout out to DJ PM, he's my co-host. And I also have other people that's on the show. We do interviews. I've had Lil Flip on there. I've had Crazy from 504 Four Boys, Mr. Servon, just a lot of different people. Mulatto, I've had her on there as well. And then we also we got shirts, we got merchandise that we sell too. But I also do a thing called Red Speaks, to where I'm just the person. I just hold up the phone and just talk about topics. So yeah, pretty much anything hip hop. If you like Rap City growing up, if you like 106 and Park, if you like The Breakfast Club, and you like unfiltered raw opinions on music and movies and all that good stuff within the hip hop culture, then you come to Red's View.
Oh man, I really wanted to call my podcast on like unpopular opinions. But you
Yeah,
know how many fucking people name their podcast that? I was so bad. I was like, I feel like I have unpopular opinions and stuff, especially when it comes to like I know on the one of the episodes we did was like we talked a little bit about Lil Wayne and stuff.
yeah.
And like it's crazy like seeing Lil Wayne kind of drop a couple projects this year. And I think it was good for like his Lil Wayne fans and stuff like that. I feel like his most recent upload I've seen, I didn't listen to part two. That was it, the No Ceilings 3
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
DJ Khaled, he produce it or he like
He
executive?
just boosted it, and I think they did a B sides to it.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't listen to the B side. I
yeah.
didn't listen. The the first part, the first 5 songs was straight. It
And
was
then
straight.
what happened after? He told you why he's Lil Wayne nowadays. So, I mean, it like the first five songs to me, you got a glimpse of what Lil Wayne was like, what he lived. You know what I'm saying? The name that he built. And then right after those five songs went away, it was just like, okay, why am I listening to this shit?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he's like one of those artists for the culture where no matter what, you kind of have to give it a listen. And this one was kind of marketed in the past. I haven't really listened to his mixtapes, and I know he's been dropping them for a
Yeah.
long time every year, but I really haven't been listening to him. But
And
like
he
since
just
this one was kind of marketed, he had DJ Khaled and everything. I was gonna give it a listen, and it's just not for me. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm getting older or whatever. Or to me, the bars, I don't even know if it's that because I could still go back to No Ceilings and
Mhm,
still be like, yo, he was killed. Like this sounds better than the originals
mhm.
to me.
Yeah,
Some of
no,
them.
I think with Wayne, he. I will say this, bar for bar. If you're talking about bars, he's the greatest rapper alive right now. Bars,
He
okay.
has punchlines,
Punchline,
punchlines,
bars.
punchlines,
Oh, I mean, those are some.
punchlines.
I mean, bro. Okay, so punchlines, whatever. He can still get on the track and spaz, right? But it's like as far as being an artist, he's just not artistic. You know what I'm saying? Like anymore. It's like he's not really creative. He can rap, but his sound is just so watered down and he just I mean he don't have you know what he doesn't have any content. That's the big thing. He doesn't have substance. He doesn't have content. He can just really just rap. I think what everybody was expecting from Wayne is for him to take a Jay-Z approach to talk about personal things. He does it sometimes, but for the most part, when you hear his projects, you just hear him rap about the same shit he's been rapping about. That's why you said I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Yeah, because now that we're in our 30s, we're looking like okay, I want you to. When I listen to Jay-Z, he feels like a big homie or an uncle that I can learn from. Nas, even J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Like, just feel like a bigger brother that every time he drops a project, you go, okay, you know, you're saying what's next. Lil
Right.
Wayne feels like the same Lil Wayne from when I was at Jackson State and Owen.
Yeah, I think I don't know. He hasn't really evolved. That might be also the issue there. He hasn't really evolved in his content. He's not gonna give you the Jay-Z or the, I don't know if you count Two Chains a little bit. He kind of tried to
Yeah,
he Two Chains and what's Hitmaker's old name? What's his name? Young Bird.
yeah, young bird.
Those are the two people that really learned how to reinvent themselves, and like they just created a whole different person. Like those are like the two best people off the top of my head who I know has done a real good job of rebranding themselves. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like Lil Wayne is just it's just who he is. He just good with the like putting words together and like making it a good punchline. Like leave you in the liver. I leave you dead in the living room. Like you get
yeah,
it, leave you dead. Like those that like that's his rap style. Like that's just his thing to me. And people enjoy it. People, I mean, he definitely still had the punchlines on the project, but it just wasn't as hard as it used to be.
he used to be right. That's my whole thing. It's just, I mean, it's no growth. Lil Wayne doesn't have any growth. He
Right.
still rap, and he can rap his ass off, and he's one of the best rappers out. I feel like punchline bar for bar he is, but I just like if it's no growth, it's no use for me listening to you.
True. What took you so long to do the podcast on for Redview?
Well, for the longest, I always wanted to have a radio show as well because actually a couple of like it was like some years ago I was thinking of doing what I'm doing now, have it be Reds View Radio, but just delays. Like I didn't one thing was I didn't have a MacBook, and I knew that if I had a MacBook, I could hook up the speaker, I mean the microphones and stuff like that. But I didn't realize like the microphone that we use is a boom mic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So boom mic picks up great. So when we actually rip the audio from the boom mic, the regular episode, the video, and then put it on audio form, I'm like, well, shit, I could have been did this. So yeah, it was just that like not really understanding how the podcast game works. Because I thought that I would have had to get a whole different program because I thought podcast was different from video, but I'm like video, you could do the same episode, just rip the audio off. And I didn't think the audio was gonna sound the same with the boom mic because when you think of podcast, you always see somebody with
Yeah.
the podcast microphone. So I thought that I had to do that. And this year I invested in some podcast mics, but those weren't shit compared to the boom mic. And I
Yeah.
just me not being a tech guy, that's pretty much what it was.
Pretty much. Okay, and then I guess another cool thing I learned about you this year is that you DJ. Is DJ Red Zone now? DJ J Red?
JayR3ds, yeah, man. I started because it was something that I was always procrastinating, but it was just like you got to invest in the equipment because that equipment ain't cheap. So yeah, so I mean I started out like when we be having like little house parties or whatever. I would just I had a laptop, but I have a laptop and then I'll hook up it like my computer speakers and I got an amp. So I would have YouTube up and I had Apple Music up and I would just like kind of cross between those to the point where people were walking up and like looking like, "Oh, you got equipment?" Or like, "This is how you doing?" I was like, "Yeah," and I kept getting encouraged, "Hey, you need to DJ, you need to DJ." So 2020 hit, coronavirus came, everything, and then it made me be like, okay, well, shit, I don't have to go to work every day. So, I mean, now I can take time to get the programs and, get the equipment. I had to get speakers, microphones, like all that stuff. And I just took time to like really play with it. And I did my first gig last week. Yeah, no, the week before last. And yeah, I was jammed out, man. All I needed to do was just learn how to blend in songs and stuff like that. Then I was good. So
Really?
yeah, man, if you in the Atlanta area, or if you want to book me out of state, whatever, it'd be a little fee. But yeah, if you're in the Atlanta area, that's where I'm at. Please book me, DJ J Red. I promise you, I'm going to rock your party the fuck out.
Facts. Yeah, you gotta do weddings, man. Weddings where it's at.
Yeah, definitely. If you got wet, man, I do all weddings, all that. So yeah, man, if y'all want a good DJ, it was so funny because somebody had walked up on me and she was trying to request a song, and she was like, "Hold on, you a cute DJ?" Usually DJs be ugly. So yeah, ladies, if you want to get a nice looking, presentable DJ,
You
hit up
should be
DJ.
like, yeah, I'm a Kappa.
See there, see there? It's natural. It's natural looks, but and just in case it is not, I always have to say a disclaimer: there's nothing in my cup besides water.
Mm,
Real talk. I'm gonna do my drinking tomorrow though.
sipping on some, bro. But no. So I brought J Red on here today because I kind of, it's kind of ritual almost for me to kind of do a end of year wrap up, or like, I think last year or a couple of years ago, I did like the top 50 or whatever. I'm not gonna do a top 50 because I don't think the music this year was like all that. I can't even think of like that many albums that was that good. So I guess I'm gonna start off with like some things that were heavy this year in hip hop. And I first off, I kind of want to start off with snitching. The snitching culture in hip hop, and people get going to jail for it and telling on people and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like what's your stance on, I guess let's start off with the 6ix9ine type snitching. Like this,
And I
according to 21, it's two type of snitching. You know, there's a
yeah
snitch. There was it a rat?
yeah
I don't remember what he said.
yeah, but basically, man, with the whole snitching thing is it's heavy in the black community because we live in a system of white supremacy, right?
Right.
Uh, if you're born in this country and you're black, you already have it out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that you can't make it as far as get it, making money, having a family, all that stuff, but the odds are always stacked against you. So, with that being said, law enforcement is heavy on our asses. So, we don't like to put each other under when it comes to certain things. And if you grew up in the ghetto or the hood, you live by a code, the street code, and the street code is you don't snitch, right?
Right.
And it's not just the black culture. I feel like I think it's everybody because a lot of white people, uh, they do a lot of sneaky stuff. The American way is to do sneaky stuff without getting caught, right? Everybody does a lot of sneaky stuff to without getting caught. Now, the thing is, with snitching, especially when it comes to the streets, people live by it and die by it. Like if you snitch on somebody, there's a chance that somebody you love or you face repercussions from it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could kidnap your mama. It's repercussions. So
Yeah.
I don't believe in snitching. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that I grew up with, and I'm not no hood dude. I grew up in the hood, but I'm not hood at all. But I mean, within hip hop, if you like with Takashi, for example, if you live by the streets, you gotta die by the streets. So it was a lot of people that's trying to formulate it a different way. Well, I mean, if that was me, then I would like for real Williams. I just saw that he said he would snitch. That
Yeah.
he ain't gangster or whatever like that. He was just
Yeah.
like, I'll do it, you know what I'm saying? And the teach his own. But I feel like if you're living by the streets, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, you have to respect the streets. And if I respect the streets, then no matter what it is, you don't snitch.
Facts. Yeah. I saw that same interview. Yeah. He was saying, just don't do nothing. Don't do nothing with me around it. I'm gonna be the first person to call.
You definitely don't want to be around him.
Oh man. But yeah, I think for me, I think as far as like certain rappers like the 6ix9ine kid, I just feel like, yeah, you can't portray like you're this hard street rapper and then have all these dudes around you extorting you for money, and then all of a sudden, supposedly, whether it's true or not, the gang starts sleeping with your baby mama and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and turn on you. Now you just want to tell on the whole gang, and now you living your life in fear and
Yeah.
messing with these Chicago rappers. And these Chicago rappers is probably one of the most dangerous rappers. That's the
Right.
most dangerous place right now. Like, you just playing with fire, and you're not really like that. You never grew up like that. Like your name is Daniel.
Right. Like
Daniel.
Not saying that anybody with the name Daniel can be a gangster. It's just that dude is a half Mexican, half Puerto Rican that grew up in a Catholic school or some shit like that, and he just went industry and got the text. But did he get released this year or was it last year? I forgot.
I don't even know. Probably last year. He probably been out for a minute.
Yeah, because I can't remember if it was, but yeah. I don't support him. I've tried my best not to bring him up on my show
Right.
because I feel like the more you give him attention, the more you promote him and promote the snitching culture. And I just act like he just don't exist.
Yeah, I just bring it up because this is a lot of artists have kind of mentioned a lot of the top artists have kind of mentioned the snitching stuff this year in songs and on tracks. So I just wanted to see like what others thought about it and like how it takes away from the culture and
It does definitely, because if you start doing that, then what's the code of the streets? You know what I'm saying? What's the code of if it's going that route?
yeah,
Because like I said, it ain't just us. It's like everybody. Like if you tell on somebody who's bribing, getting bribes or whatever like that, it's like you don't want to tell like somebody sneaking money under the table. It's like the American way is cheating.
right.
If you
What
look at
true? Do you know I never really watched this guy. Do you know like Vlad? Do you know like the whole Vlad situation?
with what exactly?
I listen to Joe Button, so I don't really listen to Vlad or anything like that. So this is coming straight from Joe Button.
Mm-hmm.
There's I've been hearing a lot of things that people that come onto his platform have
Yeah.
been like speaking about previous crimes and stuff like that, and it kind of have led to some rappers like Casanova's arrest and a racketeering case,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other artists.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like artists are just like, or like black men or in general are just not educated on things like that? Like you shouldn't
Well,
talk about actual crimes you were involved in or committing.
I mean, this is the thing, and I put the blame on them. You could put it on Vlad, right? But
Yeah,
Vlad, at the end of the day, has a job. His job is to interview and get as much shock value, as much news, you know what I'm saying? Enough press to where he gets subscribers to his channel and gets viewership.
right,
So with it, you're going to ask controversial questions. And Vlad asked a lot of questions people will want to know. If these are gangster rappers or street rappers or whatever, you want to know, what did you do? What kind of dirt did you do? Since we all want to be real or listen to real artists. So I like the questions that he asked, but you have to be smart enough to dodge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he asks you those questions, you should know not to, like, why, if you rob somebody in the streets or if you sold drugs, it's like, why would you get, Vlad, like, yeah, so you sold, I heard you was a man in Chicago. Yeah, yeah, like you had a trap house and everything. These dudes be on here like, yeah, I did. It was, it was on 17th Street and it was and it's like, no, you're supposed to dodge it. You don't have to answer those questions because his job is to ask you the questions.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like shit. He may not even want to put out the interview if you don't answer what he wants you to answer, but it's up to you because he's doing his job. So we have to take an accountability as a culture, as Black people, and be like, no, I'm not gonna let this white man. Because the thing is, no, if you notice, no other platforms really ask the questions Vlad asked. Like Vlad interviewed fucking the girl who was allegedly raped by Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And Tupac has been dead for over 20 years. It's like, why the hell, what I'm saying, would you like want to interview that person when you know Tupac was innocent or whatever? But yeah, Vlad, that's his job. So you could point the fingers at him all day, but at the end of the day, I feel like we need to take accountability and not answer those questions. You look stupid as hell, you know what I'm saying? Exposing yourself because he's going to ask those deep questions. So yeah, you ever killed anybody before? Yeah, I killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you
right.
go? Yeah, I killed somebody back in 1998, and actually, he was my cousin's friend. Like dudes just be flapping their gums on there, and it's like you got to take accountability for it at the end of the day.
True. Have you joined Clubhouse?
I have, yeah.
What'd you think?
I think it's cool for certain people. They have good conversations on there. Basically, is just a lot. It's a podcast that's not recorded, but I don't really I don't I'm not gonna be using that app. I'd rather if it's something I'm interested in, they're gonna rip it and put it on YouTube anyway. That's why I hear most of my stuff is YouTube, you know. So I mean, it's fun, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think it's gonna last too much longer. I feel like it's gonna be just like how Voxer would. You remember Voxer?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just, you know, it's cool for the moment, but I mean, I just don't see it. You know, it's not really anything too much special about it versus somebody who just goes on YouTube live. You know what I'm saying? Or Instagram live. But I mean, for some people it's cool, but nah. Are you on it?
Yeah, I just joined it, and I just, I've been in a couple rooms, and it's all right. I guess I could see some value of being in the same room or hearing conversations with like your favorite artists or like whoever you're interested in. And there's a room pretty much for anything, spiritual rooms,
Yeah.
mental health rooms. If you're going through some things in COVID, and it's like people be playing games and stuff like that. I just seen one before I got on here. They was playing Family Feud. So it's just everybody's bored. Like everybody's bored at home, just needs something to do.
And that's what I like. My is if I'm bored, usually I look up YouTube stuff, and it's a selected few people that I listen to anyway. It's just I just don't see myself just being on Clubhouse. Plus, it's annoying. The notifications are annoying as hell.
No,
I
I
have
don't even get them. I turned it off.
yeah, you get them every few seconds. I promise.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, I don't. They don't see it.
But yeah, I don't know if is it a black owned app?
That's a good question. I don't know. It has a black dude on the front of it. I want to say. Let me see. Uh, yeah, it's a black dude. On the
Yeah.
front. Yeah, like that. So maybe.
Hmm. But what are some of the artists that you've been listening to this year?
This year, okay, and it's funny because I did a Resby episode earlier. Nas, of course. I listened to Nas, Eminem, my cousin Smooth Haynes. He's a great rapper out of Hartford, Connecticut. Um, I listened to Jay Electronica, Lil Baby, sure. I think Lil Baby had one of the hottest songs of this year. And then YFN Lucci recently, I've listened to a couple of his songs, and yeah, Pop Smoke for sure. Pop Smoke.
Oh, that's a shocking that's a shocking entry there at the end.
Yeah,
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke is
Let's,
does. Pop Smoke had one of the most jamming albums this year, if
let,
not the most jamming album.
let- we listen. Atlanta's listening to New York artists. What's
Yeah, yeah, man.
going on?
Pop Smoke is going hard in these streets over here.
Wow,
Yeah, but
that's what's up.
those are the artists that I like. As far as me looking at my playlist, like of you know who have dropped this year, because you know I listen to a lot of old school stuff too. But who I've been listening to a lot this year, yeah, it's definitely those artists.
Facts. Yeah, very similar. I've listened. I just would add probably like this artist called CJ. I listened to a lot of Lil Durk this year because this is like the first year I really got put onto him.
He's dope.
So
Yeah,
um yeah, I definitely think he's a good artist. And I think he had a pretty decent album at the top of the year. I would say Gunna too. Um yeah, that's pretty much besides that, yeah, definitely the Pop Smoke, the whole drill movement in New York. I think they're doing pretty good. The Fabio, Lil TJ. Who else can I think of? Yeah, like you said, Lil Baby. I wasn't really feeling the Baby's project. I wasn't really feeling his project, but his songs, some of his songs, like that Practice. I don't know what album or mixtape that's on, but he has a song called Practice that go hard. I like that.
he kind of wore himself out to me, in my opinion.
He he died. I don't know. It's a love hate relationship for me because I know the Baby can rap.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
the Baby can rap, and I do like how he's animated in his raps. I do enjoy that a lot. But when it came to his project, I just wasn't feeling it. Like even the one he did for his brother, I don't
Yeah,
know. It just even though and that was a short one. That was probably like 4 or 5 songs, maybe. I just, I don't know. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's yeah, because what was it called? Kirk, right? The album that he dropped earlier this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, not memorable. It's redundant. Like, he can rap, but I don't know. I just haven't been really checking for him. You know what I'm saying? Like last year I was more so, but it's like shit. Like it's just his flow is redundant. He can rap, but it's like what else? You know what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
Yeah.
I feel like he has taken that criticism and kind of tried to change up his flow a little bit. Like even the new project, like I feel like it isn't that da 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 type thing, but it just still isn't working for me. I don't know if it's the content or what, but it just isn't working for me. But the baby, if you ever listen to this, I'm not saying you can't rap, you can definitely rap.
Yeah.
Just something isn't working
It's
right
just
now for me.
constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the album that wasn't that good. And other artists outshined him because I like when you brought him up, I had to think, oh, he did drop that album. You know what I'm saying? Because 2020 went by fast, but yeah, I really wasn't feeling the baby stuff.
Right. But I would say my top, maybe top five this year. Of course, you already know what one person on this list gonna be. Of course, Drake on first Drake on here. You already
Cool.
know. You
Yeah.
already know Drake on here. But
You, you would like that part? They're talking about the dark demo tape.
yeah, that
Wow.
thing slap. You need to listen to that. That thing slap, man. Especially that I
I
still
did.
listen to this. I still listen to Time Flies every day.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, bro, that project was so forgettable this year. I mean,
Really?
yes. I forgot that it dropped this year. I
I
remember
mean, honestly, the worst song on there was okay. There was two bad songs on there. Obviously, the Tootsie Roll, the Tootsie Slide or whatever, and
that
then
a lot of
that song with Cardi, Playboy Cardi. That was the only bad songs on there, to be honest. He did
yeah,
that J Flip. Come on,
straight.
come
I
on.
like Laugh Now, Cry Later with Lil Durk. I think that's one of the best songs
But
that
that's a
here. But
that's gonna be Certified Lover Boy. You already know that's 2021. Hey, take it over for 2021.
yeah, my bad.
Are you
Huh.
good?
Yeah, my somebody called me.
No, you good, you good. But yeah, I definitely had to have Drake. That's an automatic. If he puts out music, we jamming.
Can
But
you still
huh?
see me?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Oh, okay, I can't see myself. I can't see you.
Oh,
Uh, anyway,
dang.
yeah. But anyway, I mean, I'm still here though. But yeah, um, I did hear. I mean, yeah, that project wasn't even all that to me. So yeah,
Under understandable. But I also got Jack Harlow. I think that's the white kid. That's a white kid. I think that's the what's popping kid.
okay,
I think I think he had a really good year. I think he had a really good year, and I actually like his project. I think his project was actually really good,
okay,
and I like the song. I know you're not a big Sean fan like that either,
yeah.
but I also like the song that he has with Big Sean. I think that's a vibe. That's a really good song. I don't have Big Sean on my top five.
What?
Don't have him on my top five.
What? You
He
don't
dis
have?
Okay, so side note, I don't have Big Sean. I love Big Sean as an artist. I really, of course, his rapping skills is top tier in my
Yeah,
opinion. He's in the same conversations as the Coles and people like that in
right.
his class. In my opinion, I feel like he up there. But his latest album, I think it was like so I don't know. I think he was hyped it up so much, like he was holding on to it, just trying to perfect the music. He did the interview with like a couple people, like Joe Buns and stuff,
Mhm.
and he talked a lot about his mental health and his relationships and stuff. And I thought
Yeah.
he was like going through a lot of healing. And I think I was expecting a lot more. I don't know if
Mhm.
that ruined it for me, but and then he dropped that, and then he went out straight out the gate with the Nipsey Hussle song. I don't know. I just had really, really, really high expectations for the album. And it's like one of those albums that I don't even really go back and listen to at all. Like, I
He has,
listened to it. I was like, wow, this is it. this
he
this is
has a
it.
he has a lot of albums like that you don't go back and listen to.
You may be right on that. I mean, I definitely could go back and listen to like maybe a couple songs, but yeah, the whole album, yeah, probably not. But
Exactly. And I want DJ PM, if you're watching this, because I'm gonna show him this. I'm like, listen to what we just said, because he acts like Big Sean is like the
Big,
greatest rapper, Jay-Z.
when he gets in his bag, Big Sean is like one of my favorite projects from Big Sean is Detroit. Like he hasn't done a better project than that. Like Detroit is such a good project.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, bar for bar. But some other top artists that I do have though, Don Toliver. I think he had a good year. The top half of the year, he kind of died down now, but I think he had a lot of good projects and coming off the co-sign of Travis Scott. I know you
Mm-hmm.
don't like Travis Scott either, so I wouldn't expect you to like him either.
Right.
But if you're a Travis Scott fan and you like that whole crew and stuff, I think that he had his sound was like really, really influential, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed his project. Next one you may not expect. I got Benny the Butcher. I think Benny the Butcher
I
had a
expect that. I mean, you're from New York, so I mean, I would expect that.
true. But yeah. I think he had a really good project and I enjoyed it musically. I would say this is probably like the first real project I really listened to him and I really enjoyed it.
Let me tell you why I think the project is it was a dope, it was a solid project because Hit Boy did the whole project, but I think it was no, I can't say overrated, but I think it was people that were overrating it because they were just like, the thing is, we live in a day and age today to where, you remember back when we were growing up, Fabulous, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Nelly, Ja Rule, fucking Eminem, Nas, Jada. It was so many dope MCs just dropping projects to where you thought that that was the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like good music was the norm. You don't have that anymore. So Benny the Butcher drops something that's consistent and is of substance, then niggas get real excited. Like, oh my God, yeah, this is a classic. I saw one dude talking about some, yeah, this is a classic. I'm like, dude, a classic, you can't put a classic up there.
Maybe
Like,
for him.
but
Maybe for him.
but with classics, that means over time. Like, will people still be talking about this project? And I just didn't. Yeah, when I heard it, I thought it was dope. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Dope body of work, but I don't. It just, to me, I've heard better. So I mean, but he did a good. It was a solid offering. Hit Boy did his thing with the production, but I think some people overrated that. But anyway, keep going.
Facts. I feel like okay, so I'm gonna say also top pop. I'm gonna put Pop Smoke there too for this
Yeah.
year. Okay, but I'm gonna put like maybe two, maybe one little extra, just because I feel like even though this is personal opinion, but I still feel like I need to be like honest, like with who's really at the top. I had to put Megan Thee Stallion there, even though I don't really listen to her like that. But
Yeah.
honestly, if you're being honest, she really had a really good year this year. So I'm gonna have to put Megan in there. And
Yeah.
obviously, I didn't name Little Baby, but I obviously had to put Little Baby in there.
I put him in there too. Yeah. On my episode, if y'all watching Red's View, they were in my top albums of the year. I feel like Megan is the hottest.
Albums,
Well, no,
albums.
not Lil Baby. Like Megan had a dope project. I can say that
What?
Megan had a dope project. If you listen to,
I'm a fight. The one she just dropped, or she had one at the top of the year or
no,
something.
no, 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 not Sugar. I'm talking about Good News. Good News
The
is,
thing she just dropped.
yeah, that's a dope. That's a
Oh
dope.
hell no! Oh hell no!
The samples and the beats that she had, I think that they were dope. I think it was. That was a solid. Now, this is coming from somebody who really thought Megan is overrated. I still think she's a little overrated.
I
But
I definitely think she's overrated.
this project that she put out was pretty dope.
Really? I'm shocked. I'm
Yeah.
appalled. I'm appalled by your opinion right now.
Yeah, I think it was.
Really? Dang. I don't know. I'm okay. One thing for me too. 2020, 2019, I am sick and tired of artists sampling the 90s. Oh my, I am sick of it. I am sick of it. Like, you're not gonna make me like your project anymore because you're playing with my nostalgia. Like, freaking everybody's been doing this for like the whole fucking year. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the Meg thing, I like the intro, obviously,
Yeah,
with
that
the
was,
Biggie,
yeah.
sample, but I don't know. I only listened to it once, so maybe I'll have to listen to it again.
I can
But
tell you this as a DJ, most of those songs, I mean, really all of them can go, you could play, you know what I'm saying, at a party or something like that. And I think that like I was shocked because when I heard all her other projects, Sugar was in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? But this one through and through, I could say, man, damn, like that was pretty good.
man, you just see all them girls twerking. That's
Yeah,
why that's
yeah.
why you like it. It's in heavy rotation.
But more beats on there though. I can't front. That song
What?
she called "What's New." Oh, that beat go hard as hell.
What's the song everybody doing on TikTok?
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like
What?
body out.
Oh,
Body
body audio.
out. But I don't like that one. But those other songs that she had on there for the most part, all of them was pretty good. Like she got some bops on there for real.
In my head, all I can hear is Savage, Classy, Booty, Ratchet. That's it. That's all I can hear in my head.
Yeah.
But I do have some albums for you though.
Okay.
Some of my favorite albums this year. Obviously, like I said, the Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof. I got 21, Savage Mode 2. Shout out to Metro Boomin.
He had I forgot that they had that the 21 Savage. Yeah, Savage Mode 2. Yeah. I ain't even listen. I mean, I'm
Really?
just a fan. I've never been really a fan of 21. I'm not
Yeah.
bad, but just never been a fan.
Yeah, that's probably a biased opinion, yeah, because I kind of like 21, and then I don't know. I think him and Metro Boomin they just kind of make good music together.
Yeah.
Recent as so far they haven't really did a bad job.
Yeah.
And then obviously I got the two Pop Smoke albums, the Meet the Woo 2, and then Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon.
Yeah. That's cool. Dope project. I was taken away by it because I forgot how I started listening to it, but it's just I was like, damn, like this, because to me it sounded like 50. It sounded like 50. He was. I just wish that he was still alive because if he was still alive, I think that this would have been his year, his breakout year. We needed somebody new. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Baby, but Pop Smoke to me had that appeal. You know what I'm saying? He had the braids, and his music matched up to it, and he was like the newer 50 Cent. And we hadn't had nobody from the Mecca to really rep like that. So that's what I was looking forward to. Just sadly, because his songs, most of his album was a bop. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you talk about like hard songs this year, man, most of his shit was a bop. So it's so sad that he was so young. He probably had so much shit to offer. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just sad to see anybody go that way he did, and then just so young and just really getting into the groove of his career and meeting people.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that version and the deluxe version. Yeah, I was just shocked. I was like amazed that he had songs like that like off rip. I was like, wow.
He sampled some stuff, but it was pretty good. Like he sampled "So Into You" and
Yeah.
he sampled a lot. But I could say you could tell 50 executive produced that because
Oh,
that was
of course.
solid jamming album. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely still listening to that. Definitely still listening to that. I got Tiana Taylor on here.
oh, that's not my speed. Shout out to
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah. I know it's kind of R&B, but I just had to throw it in there. I was just like, damn,
Yeah,
her album was really good, and I feel like she doesn't get the credit that she deserves, and even she says it, and I think she said she wanted to quit and stuff, and I just think that her album was like so real. I don't think she's like the best of singers,
Definitely not. But I mean, I think she's cool for what she does, though. You know, she's in her own lane. She
Yeah.
reminds me of like Janet Jackson and them. Like Janet Jackson wasn't no crooner like those, you know, like can just hit. You know, she was just good for what she was, like Sierra and all them. You know.
Yeah, I think it's just her writing, her storytelling, and then when she put the visuals to it, it just comes together so nicely. And I really
Yeah,
respect her as an artist, and I feel like she doesn't get that respect a lot. So kind
definitely.
of had to shout her out on that. And obviously, like you said, the little baby, my turn, plus the deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
that was fire, top of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really listen to it no more, but it
Yeah.
was fire at the top of the year. Um, I really enjoyed the feature project earlier, the High Off Life. I don't know if it was a mixtape or album, but
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I ain't even. I forgot that came out. That must have came and went. I got a couple. I'll name mine. Um, so I got Nas King's Disease. That's my album of the year. Dope. Eminem Music to Be Murdered By. My cousin, I told you, Smooth Haynes. He got GQ Rap and GQ Rap the sequel. Pop Smoke, J Electronica, written testimony, and then Tory Lane's Daystar. Now I know it was controversial, and people didn't, you know, with the whole they were choosing sides with the whole Megan thing. But if you talking about the work, Tory Lane's Daystar, and I'm not a Tory fan, but I was like, this dude can really rap. Like
yeah,
so,
that's not a shocker.
I mean, to me,
Not a
because
shocker here.
there's few people who be singing and then can rap, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Don't you don't you know by now these Canadians run the game?
yeah,
Don't you
at
know
this,
this by now?
yeah,
Fucking The Weeknd,
yeah.
fucking Beavers, fucking Drake. Who else? I guess not Nav. Nav is probably the only Canadian that's maybe he run trap.
Yeah, but those were my album. Oh, Ti put out the Libra,
Oh my god, I can't stand this man.
but his album was dope though. His
I haven't
album,
listened to it.
and it was somebody else. I feel like but, yeah, those were the albums that I like.
So okay, so I haven't listened to the Tip album, so I can't really say much, but like what is Tip talking about now? Is
This,
he is he still exponentially speaking about stuff he has no business talking about?
I mean, how does he have no business talking about it?
Bro, he be in everybody's business but his own. He want to be in everybody else's business, and then when people want to tell him about his own stuff, then he want to tell people mind their business.
Well, I will say this: he has he's rapping about what I guess he's like 40. A 40-year-old man will rap about, like, or should rap about. You know, he rap about family. He got a real good song with him and his son, Damani, going back and forth. That was dope. He got a song with David Banner, well, produced by David Banner, featuring Killer Mike. Um, and they sample Alexander O'Neal, and that one, what's that one? I forgot what that one was called, but through and through, it's a nice put together album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's it has like commentary in it, like somebody doing like skits and stuff like that. So it was a real dope project.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna give it a listen. I was a previous fan of Tip, so
Yeah,
I'll give it a listen. What about this? I believe where was I? Was that Jay Electronica album was this year? Where the
yeah. It
I
was at the.
remember listening to it.
I think it came out like in January, if I'm not mistaken. January, or I know it was right before COVID, so it was probably like February something.
Hmm,
In fact, something like that. Yeah,
maybe because I remember listening to it, but I know I wasn't. Yeah, it had to be like January or something.
it was early in. I want to say like I remember.
I remember it being better than I expected.
Yeah, yeah, and it only had like 10 songs on it, but it definitely came out at the top of the year before COVID like took over. Yeah.
And you said the Nas album is the album of the year.
Of the year. My favorite album of the year. I mean, my favorite album. I think it's album of the year, but some people may disagree. But if you're
Why
talking about like
why is it your album of the year?
The reason is because Hit Boy's production, for one, Hit Boy's production, since he did every song and produced it, um, it didn't have the same type of like Hit Boy. You can't point out a beat and be like, that was Hit Boy, in my opinion. Like when I hear his one song and then hear another one, you know, but oh, I can tell Hit Boy did that. You know what I'm saying? Well, other producers like Swizz Beatz, Timberland, these other producers.
Yeah, you can tell when they do it.
Yeah, but Hit Boy was it's just different. It was different. And then Nas is subject matter, of course. He has content, and the most important thing I think it was he gave something for everybody. He had songs for younger folks with the ASAP Ferg and Fabio. What's his name?
Yeah, Fabio.
Fabio, yeah. They're on a song called Spicy. That can play in the clubs. That's banging. Then he got a song called Cardi 5 with the legendary Charlie Wilson. That's one of my favorite songs this year. Then he has Full Circle. He reunited the Firm on that one. Dr. Dre even appeared on that. So um, he gave something for just everybody to enjoy. And there's no skippable tracks on there. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna listen to this. I got okay, y'all. I'm gonna make sure to listen to this Ti project. I already listened to the Jay Electronica Illustrate.
Yeah.
But
Now, now
I don't think I listened to the Nas one at all. I, I don't
you
know.
definitely the song he got a song with Big Sean on there that goes hard. You know, I'm not
Oh, he's selling it, y'all. He's selling it. He got a
yeah,
song with Travis.
huh?
He got a song with Travis too.
Who was that?
Scott.
Who was Travis Scott?
Oh my God! Stop it!
No, he didn't have a song with him because if he did, I probably wouldn't like the album. But anyway,
Wow.
no, but no, it's some bro like through and through. Like that's my album that I thoroughly enjoyed. I got it on vinyl the other week, like last week, and this I love that album. I love it.
And the Eminem project, um, is that the one where he's talking about when he's like dissing COVID?
No, I think that came out this year. I mean that came out last week. The B it's music to be murdered by B sides. Because you know when he dropped music to be murdered by the first one that was in January. I want to say that was on New Year's.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think it was.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was like a surprise. Like he didn't even announce it; he just dropped it.
He just dropped it, and but no, that was before COVID took place. So nah, yeah. But that was another album. That was a good way to bring it in. R.I.P. to Juice World because he had that song called Godzilla with Juice World. That's a jam. So yeah.
Eminem 2020. 2020. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Can't co-sign that one.
Did you listen to it?
Nah, I heard the song that I guess he just dropped a week ago, and I listened to the A side, I guess, of um the murder joint. I don't know. I don't even the song he dropped last week, I was listening to it
Yeah.
like why the fuck does he still make music?
The B side, I mean, because you probably heard that song Nat or something like that, but you know he's talking about COVID. Yeah, so I mean, but I could understand like if that was the premiere album that he put out, I could understand you being like, what the fuck. But no, the one that he dropped top of the year was one of the dopest projects that came out this year.
If it's not kamikaze, I ain't trying to hear
It got glimpses of Kamikaze in it. I can tell you that. Kamikaze was a dope project.
it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That's like the only recent project from him I like.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
because
Kamikaze.
it's been kind of a minute. His obviously once again people don't get it misconstrued. He can rap.
Yeah.
Not say he can't rap, but the content just be a little off for me sometimes. but um, but yeah, that's pretty much where we at. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been a good year. I think it's been a good year. Obviously, the music. A lot of artists really can't do much. I feel like they're holding on to the music, hoping that this COVID stuff could stop because you know it's no point of putting out music if you can't tour.
Right. I think
So
that's the reason that Kendrick probably didn't drop this year because you can't really capitalize off of it because you can't go on tour. You can't. do it on shows. And like, who wants to do a show virtual? You know what I'm saying? Like the shit is, is whack to do that. So you don't
Right.
even when the artists be on the Breakfast Club, it's like it's doing this. Like Zoom for us is good.
Right.
Yeah, but like if I dropped a project, I want to be in the faces of people and what I'm saying, being able to really travel and market the record. Plus, it's a shitload of people that are unemployed. You know what I'm saying? So those people may not be able to stream your project, may not be able to buy your merch.
Yeah.
So and you can't. Nobody right now is touring. You can't. People still doing shows in some areas, but even in Atlanta's wide the fuck open. It's been a couple of concerts that have been happening, but I mean, not anything like major. They've been like mainly like drive up concerts and shit like that. So you can't
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. They need to do something at the pavilion or something.
Yeah, they had this. Big Boy had a show out here at the park, but it was social distancing and stuff. It just Yeah, it hit the music industry hard. The music industry performing, what I'm saying, like theaters, like it hit everybody hard. So yeah, it's COVID has been.
Man, they guys just gotta be versatile. They need to just do like I see like Megan Thee Stallion and a couple people do like the virtual concert thing. I think Tory Lanez did it too. Just charge people. Just charge like $5. Make it like verses, like kind of like the verses stuff. Make people do like a little kickback with your verses, stuff like that. And
I've seen some people have done it to where it's like they give you like a meet and greet where I guess everybody's in the room and stuff, which is creative. I mean, you got to find a way to make money. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't honestly pay to see a virtual performance. Me
I
personally,
feel you. I feel you.
because it's like, why would I pay for that when I could just look at your live performances on YouTube? If I want to see Jay-Z perform PSA, what I'm saying, I could just go to YouTube and just watch it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna pay to see Megan Thee Stallion perform those songs out. So you want me to pay you $20 to watch it? Like, what else is in it?
I ain't gonna say it's gonna be $20. They should do like $5 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, to support artists. Like you be like,
Yeah.
hey man, y'all come in, shoot me five, and that's cool. But it's for sure.
Yeah. I guess before we go, I did have it on my list, but I think I skipped over it. My bad. I do want to talk about like this year with the versus battles and Tim and Swiss Beats putting it together and how you felt about it and like do you think like I feel like I commend them for putting the versus thing together. I feel like they stole one of my many ideas and just made it happen. But
Oh, that was one of your ideas. Okay.
yeah, man, I feel like I've been thought of something similar to that
Mhm.
as a show. And then I just wish they were more I don't know how they like who they had backing them to put the stuff together. I wish it was kind of like more consistent. And I wish the artists would just give us what we want, who we want to see. I feel like the only one that I really wanted to see was probably the Gucci one, Young Jeezy.
It was a lot of.
That's probably the only one I really watched from front to top. Besides, like I probably watched like half of the Fab and Jadakiss one.
I definitely didn't really.
Yeah, like like I don't want to watch E40 and Too Short. No disrespect to them. I'm not about to sit there and watch that. And they're like, cool. We want to see, we want to see the beef, y'all, or we want to see people end beefs and like really get it together. Like we here for the drama.
Yeah, I mean, I get like it's been a lot of good battles. It's been some sleepers, but they're starting off on the wrong foot already because they got Keisha Cole and fucking and Ashanti that got postponed. But it's like that's not really. The only reason I got excited to see was because everybody was acting like Keisha Cole gonna win. I think you were one of the ones who.
Keisha Cole is winning that. So you think, okay, so Red View. Why do you think, what is your reason why you think Ashanti will beat Keisha Cole? Because, like, what songs does she have?
Ashanti not only had songs of her own, but Ashanti was featured on some classics.
Okay.
She got like
How many hit songs does Ashanti have on her own?
on her own, she probably got like six on her own.
Okay.
First of all, let's settle this. Keisha Cole and Ashanti don't have 20 hits by themselves anyway. Okay,
I didn't say they did,
because people will
but
say like, what 20 hits do they have? But no,
but
yeah.
but Keisha Cole definitely got way more solo hits than Ashanti, and then
But
don't let her get into the
if you count
Diddy bag. Don't let her get into the Diddy bag. Don't let her get into the Missy bag. Don't let her get into all those hits.
Diddy with the last night song and then the other song you talking about, you acting like she had shitloads of songs with those artists. It's only two
So,
songs that she
so,
had.
so you think Ashanti is gonna win with hooks off of Ja Rule songs?
That's it
The
counts
hook? She gonna play the fucking hook?
because listen,
It is. This is a versus.
what
She,
we forget about the verses. I play a song, you play a song.
but she's mainly on the hook.
That don't mean okay, but she,
What is she? She gonna play the song for 5 seconds?
Keisha Cole is on the hook to Diddy song, and she can't.
Okay, okay. Red. This is how Keisha Cole is gonna win straight up. Do you know the word? Do you know word for word a Ashanti song verse? Well, besides the hook, when she play her solo songs, do you know her verses?
Foolish. You got happy.
Okay, a foolish. Do you know her verse on foolish?
Yeah. Do
No,
you
you
know?
don't.
Do you
No, you
know
don't.
Keisha's verse on her song?
If bro, Keisha can sing. Yes, we know her we know her whole song word for word.
I know that this debate ain't even.
Keisha's song.
Just said. I want
I
everybody to listen.
look, and I'm a New Yorker.
This man just
I'm
said.
a New Yorker, so
This
you know
man.
I got bias.
Keisha Cole,
Ashanti got hits.
you said Keisha
But
Cole can sing. Is that what you said?
yes, Keisha Cole can sing.
That's how I know that you don't.
Ashanti can talk.
What song has Keisha Cole been able to sing on?
What? Love?
Trash.
Wow. Oh, so what's Ashanti? Because I had never heard Ashanti was a singer, good singer.
I didn't say she was a good singer. She's better than Keisha Cole though. See, Ashanti knows her range. Keisha,
What? Ashanti doesn't even, honestly, to be honest, respectfully, Ashanti doesn't even sing. She literally talks. She keeps it like, she's like, okay, she's literally like if I had to put this in today's culture, she's literally Janae Aiko, to be honest.
I mean, she can do better than Janae Aiko, but I'd
Barely.
rather listen to
Barely.
harmonize and listen to Keisha Cole actually say.
Harmonize.
Keisha Cole has truthfully 3 songs that are even worth going against Ashanti.
Stop
Those
it.
songs are "Let It Go,"
Stop
featuring
it.
Missy Elliott, uh, uh, Kevin Cent, and then what's that song that I really? Oh, and the one with Monica.
Bro,
Those
Oakland gonna come for you.
they can try.
Bro, you're tripping.
I should
You're
have.
tripping. Go listen to the whole Keisha Cole's first album, bro. You'll come back singing. I'll see all the captions on Facebook later.
With a headache.
Stop lying. You acted like she's Rihanna or somebody. Like, stop.
You got too far off.
No. Yeah, Shanti's probably more like that. For real, for real.
You said Ashanti's what?
Ashanti's probably more in that range, to be honest,
In what range?
as far as singing.
Listen, if you look at Ashanti's first album,
Look, you could ask my wife. I was saying the same thing you were saying,
until
right?
then,
I was saying the same thing you were saying until I went on YouTube and I was like, damn, let me play some Ashanti. And I played like a couple of Ashanti songs. I was like, damn, these are like kind of mid, like it's not, it's just like flat, like foolish and stuff. It's kind of like hair. And then you play like Keisha Cole, like it's just like I don't. It's like okay. First of all, Ashanti's solo songs are very dark. Like they're like she was on that Murder Inc. stuff, and like most of her stuff are like dark. Like
they were
it's
jam.
not really a vibe. Like, but when you hear like,
I
and
want to
if
be.
if you ain't wanna. If you want to be
I do not have
like what, like think of verses. Think about how hype people are gonna be at verses.
her.
Ashanti's songs are not hype. The only
Yes.
hype song she has is on Ja Rule stuff and the
Okay.
stuff
Yes.
that she may or may not have did with
Hold
J
on.
Lo.
Wait.
And I don't hear dun dun
Listen,
dun 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 dun
it's not a good
dun dun.
song.
That shit is outdated.
Happy is not an upbeat song.
Happy is it's a upbeat song.
I want to be
But
your
it's
chick.
still mid though. Like it's still mid. Like she doesn't really have range. Like if you really listen, like really go on YouTube and listen to her,
It's
because
horrible.
that's
Keisha
huh?
Cole and Keisha Cole range is horrible. Just because you sound
No,
like
it's
you
not.
in the shower doesn't mean that it's good.
Singing in the shower though. Nah.
Come on, man. Y'all don't get on with that shit.
Look, you gonna be in tears.
Y'all need to stop. Come on
Look,
now.
I'm telling you. Just remember I told you it's a versus. Even okay, like even if we do say whatever you're saying is true, like let's say what you're saying is true, it's still a versus. So it's all about like the vibe and how you set it up. And like I personally think that more people will know the words to Keisha Cole's joints because it's just like her songs are just like more relatable. It's more relatable and it's about relationships and it's just like a more of a upbeat vibe. It's just more of an upbeat vibe. That's the best way I could put it. And in my opinion, she could sing. She could sing, and it's like she's like one of those artists where like the lyrics are so profound that you would like you literally you know the words and you sing it word for word. Like
Let me ask you this. I should have cheated. That's upbeat.
yeah, as fuck.
I should have cheated is upbeat.
Yes. Have you listened to it? Have you heard it?
Okay, Chris, let's go. Is that the last
What?
subject? Because
How is that not upbeat? I will
how,
play this right now.
you just said Ashanti makes dark music, but I should have cheated. It's not an uplifting song. That
Look,
shit is.
I will play this on the pod right now.
I know. Well, are you putting it on YouTube? I want to get a copyright infringement.
That's fine. I'll edit it out.
That is not upbeat.
All right, I'll play any Ashanti song you want. Now you telling me girls not gonna be singing this? Listen. Hey, 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 play this next time you DJ. You gonna have everybody slow dancing. Everybody gonna be slow dancing.
And you just said it's upbeat though. That's not upbeat.
What you mean? Give me a song. You want me to play Happy?
That is upbeat.
This is like okay. Let me put it this way. What you?
Boy, you tripping. You are tripping.
You're tripping, bro. Or you are happy?
I didn't say that was upbeat either. That's upbeat.
This is upbeat.
Yeah.
It also has JayR3ds on here, but let's see the effect we get out of this.
So you mean to tell me because songs are upbeat that makes them better?
I'm just saying as part of like verses, like it's like all about like
people decide
what it's all about nostalgia and like I don't know the verse. Like after the hook, I don't know the words to be honest. Like, do you her? You know the words? Look how flat this is. Like, what you gonna be? You gonna dance to this?
You mean to tell me you don't dance to One More Chance by Biggie?
Yeah, the Biggie, Biggie, not this.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Okay. Also, can she sing? This is singing. Okay, so this is singing.
I didn't say Ashanti can sing, just like I didn't say Keisha Cole can sing. None of them can really sing. Keisha makes you think that because she's in a damn shower. But the shit is horrible. Love is one of the worst R&B songs of all time.
Worst?
Overrated, trash.
That's hate. You can't. I gotta say you don't like it, but the worst. Come on.
Of all time.
Definitely not the worst. Come on now.
Trash. Sent from Heaven is a nice song, but anyway.
Oh, there we go. Look at you showing some props.
Yeah, I told you it's 3 songs that I know that I like. Hey, I love those songs from Keisha Cole. Other than that, sorry, sorry.
We'll see. What is when is this versus?
January, I want to say
Ash-
15th.
Ashanti gonna be scared again. She gonna say she got COVID again.
Nah, Ashanti just is a diva, so she shouldn't really be battling. You need to battle
She
somebody more of her caliber
she
than Keisha Cole.
skirt.
Like, come on.
She swerved that. She about to drop. She about to play that Jonah Lucas track she got.
Oh, she looked good in that video, by the way.
She do. She do.
She looked real good in that video.
She
I was
do.
like, damn.
She gonna be like, all right, I don't got nothing else to play. Let me play my new shit.
Singing on that track, though. That's the funny thing. He got the feature, but she's not even really singing on there, which is weird. Like, why would you with Jordan Lucas? That's another. He's one of the biggest letdowns in 2020 because he did not drop a good project.
Mm,
He did not.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's just like a single guy. Like he's not really a project. But yeah, I haven't seen a project really. So, and I
Singles
think
does
he'd be thinking about Logic too much.
I was saying, what singles does he? I mean, he's a video guy. I could say that, but I
Yeah,
mean,
like actually I do. I think I do have a project on my phone from him. I thought it was pretty good. It was his son was on the cover or something. I liked it.
the ADHD shit.
Nah, let me see. I think I have it. Oh yeah, Snitch. The
Oh,
Snitch.
man, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, he got his. Or I don't know if it's his son or whatever. I like that album. I forgot about it, but I got it. But yeah, when he dropped this in October, that was all right.
Yeah.
That was all right. But anywho, appreciate you for coming to the show and speaking with you. This will be out on Tuesday, so check it out. Check it out next week. And
Absolutely.
enjoy the New Year's, turn up, stay safe out here, COVID and stuff. And do your shameless plugs, man. Do the plugs where they can find your show at and everything on the socials.
You hadn't even ordered a shirt. You got to order your shirt,
Facts.
man. My shirts, Reds View shirts available. So make sure you go to redsview.com. That is R3DSview.com. That's where you get your shirts and find out everything that we're doing, latest episodes and stuff. Subscribe to youtube.com/We Authentic Network. That is the official YouTube channel. That's the bread and butter. Make sure that you subscribe. We need those subscribers up. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Book me. You can book me through the website, resview.com, or just send me a DM on at JayR3D. I DJ mainly in Atlanta, but if you need me somewhere else, go ahead and do it. Check out my mixes on Mixcloud. I did a Jeezy versus T.I. mix. And I did a No Limit mix, No Limit Chronicles mix. So check out my DJ stuff. And yeah, I got a project that dropped early this year, the EP Ryu and Kim with my homeboy Shice D. It's on all streaming platforms, and I just released a single called My Truth. JayR3d My Truth is on all streaming platforms. Just type in JayR3D My Truth, and again, follow me at JayR3D. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/We Authentic Network.
You're we out.